Good evening, everybody. This is a work session meeting of the Mayor and Council for Monday, March 12th, 2018. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in Borough Hall, by email to the Ridgewood News, the record, and by submission to all persons entitled to same, as provided by a law, the schedule including the date and time of this meeting. Roll call, please.
Councilman Bartolome?
Benito, present.
Councilwoman Bastide? Here. Councilman Kamigo?
Here.
Councilwoman Davis? Here. Councilman Papaleo?
Here.
Mayor Young?
Here, and everybody stand for a moment of silence. And we have Councilman Acofreda. We also have Dean Apperstack, who was our accounts payable clerk for quite a while. Lydia Paterno, who is the mother of Lisa Ginter, who was on our library board of trustees. And Don Dunleavy, who was a very active resident in town, very much involved with the Boy Scouts in St. Peter's. Councilman Davis, listen to the pledge, please. Councilman Davis, yes.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No disrespect to Vito, but I can't say no. Motion to approve Resolution 18103 to go into closed session, exclude the public for the purpose of personnel matters, lieutenant interviews with the police department, and we have potential litigation with MJ Transit.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're in closed session.
Read this part of the bill list, just say.
Back in open session, we'll continue with our work session agenda. Go to Borough Administrator Thomas Allen. Thanks, Bill Stuffler.
Thank you. I just wanted to bring to the attention of the Mayor and Council that last year, as has been our past practice, we had a tax bill stuffer. I'll assume that the Finance Chair is going to undertake another look at it, and I'll provide some of the data for it. So we'll bring this back to you after we get another version of it.
Yeah, just as soon as you give me the data, I'll draft.
Okay. Thank you.
The other item was the JIP training for...
Just a reminder that we're trying to accomplish the JIP training. The Mayor and Council can receive a discount of $250 for each elected official who does the training. I know that the Mayor and I took the in-person training here at River Edge, and I've received several certificates since then. So it's just a reminder at this point, please try and get that online training done. We sent out the online instructions recently, but we'll have it done again to keep it in front of you so that we can get your certificates and make sure that we get the discount from each.
Alan, did you have mine? Because I did it in Atlantic City.
Okay, so I'll check into that with the JIF to make sure you're on the list.
And if not, I'll do it again on the computer so that you can get the discount.
We'll check that out.
I'd rather not have to.
Yeah.
Fairly trained.
We have three items on our work session consent agenda. One is to approve a stipulation of settlement for Hannah Realty versus Pearl River Edge, 606 Kinnickinnick Road, Block 617, Lot 14, for tax appeals for the calendar years 2014 through 2017. We have authorization for DMR Architects to proceed with Task 2 of the proposal dated March 2018. It was 2017, actually. Last year. But this is the second phase, $70,050. This was to come up with design plans and also prepare for land use board hearing. And the last issue, or last item, is enter into an agreement with Constant Engineering for professional services related to the Borough Hall sanitary line investigation and monitor of TV in the amount not to exceed $3,000. there's been a persistent issue regarding the sanitary sewer line out of this building, and there's buried manholes, there's connections, I don't know where they go, so we have to do a little more investigating so we can address the problem. So if anybody has any objection, we can vote on it separately, or else I'll take a motion to approve the work session consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I don't have any more to report. Mr. Costa isn't here this evening, we'll put him on a different agenda. I don't think there's any update on the community center, just what we're still waiting to hear back from Kurt, so maybe we'll have something at the next meeting. Anybody have any unfinished business they want to bring up? Yeah.
Do you need to appoint the chairs?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Does that need to happen at a work?
I don't know, I don't think it really needs to, because it's at the discretion of the group,
Okay,
so. I think-
so I think we'll do,
I think-
I want to transition
Yes,
that.
yes, because it doesn't say we have to approve the chairperson, so the committee chair.
This is the Municipal Alliance Against Substance Abuse. They met and they self-identified 3 individuals who are willing to share the chairmanship. So I was just asking if that's something that we have to do formally at this meeting. It sounds like we don't, so.
No, I think we still have sufficient quorum, we have
Yes.
them there, and, you know, we're thankful that 3 people stepped up, because, you know, trying to get one person to take something on is not easy, so with 3 people, I think it'll be very good.
Okay.
And,
Do you want to,
That
can I
was,
communicate with them?
yes, but it was,
It's Elizabeth Udens,
Yeah.
Dr. Udens, George Sidarius from the diner, and Beth Kinigo.
they'll be co-chairs.
We thanked Marie Papaleo for her
Yes.
6.5 years of service as the chair.
Basically, yes,
A one-
chair and the whole alliance, so, we'll build off everything she's done, so. Any other little business?
You know, if you wanted me to report just briefly what we're doing with the TV and video cameras, or leave that alone for now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any definitive answers yet, so when we get some information, I think we can, maybe at the next session.
Yeah, that's
Any new business anybody wants to raise? We have one resolution on the first reading. Madam Clerk, please read by title.
Ordinance number 827, an ordinance authorizing an emergency appropriation of NJSA 40A:4-53.
And this is yearly process we do. We codify all our ordinances. They get put into the actual code book. And we'll have a public hearing at a subsequent meeting. So is there a motion to adopt ordinance 18-7 on first reading?
So moved.
second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Bartoloni?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bastidt? Yes. Councilman Kamigo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davis? Yes. And Councilman Papaleo?
Yes.
Resolutions by consent, resolutions 18-104 through 18-114. Would any member of council like to pull up for separate consideration or vote any of those resolutions? Not, I'll entertain a motion to adopt them by consent.
So moved. Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Council Bartoloni, you could please read and move resolution 18-115, payment of bills, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas vouchers for the payment of goods and services rendered to the Borough of River Edge have been received, and whereas each bill has been checked by the receiving department, approved by the Chief Financial Officer and Borough Clerk, and reviewed by the 3 members of the Finance Committee, now therefore be it resolved that bills as listed now be confirmed for payment from the appropriate funds as follows. Current account, $1,725,365.58. Capital account, $7,282.50. Recreation account, $708. Animal welfare account, $200.40. Self-insurance account, $2,260.25. Trust other account, $4,261.
$1,000,000.23. Trust Other Developers Account, $7,752.50. And there's an additional voucher for Social Security Medicare in the amount of $12,779.78. So moved. For a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion open to public, please. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now open to public. If any member of the public likes to ask a question, make a comment, have the opportunity to do so. Gentlemen? No? Okay, seeing no one, motion to close to the public, please.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Typically, we don't do comments on work session, but if anybody has anything they want to report on, feel free to do so.
I just wanted to mention the fire department with the snowstorm. I wasn't here, I was on a boat, but I went out to see them on Sunday to check in and see what went on, and they had 16 calls the day of the snow. Once they had the people there on standby and nothing was happening, it was raining out, and then all of a sudden they got slammed. They also went to Oradell to help them out, and they brought a generator over to Duncan McCrae's house on Fifth Avenue to give him oxygen, to supply the oxygen to him. And while they were there, a tree limb fell on his tree, on his house. So they had a busy day, but all went well. Nobody was hurt, and that's all good.
Yes.
I want to report that DPW did another phenomenal job. John brought the DPW in at 4 o'clock because of what the weather report said, but the snow really didn't start until around 1. The DPW, did its regular work, continued to function, and then brining the roads, and then began shoveling. It was a phenomenally difficult job for them. They worked through the night. They were on duty for some of them for more than 24 hours. They didn't complain. They didn't stop. They responded to all the needs, the power outages, and everything else. John was a little bit frustrated with PSA&G because he couldn't clear the roads completely because of the down lines and how far behind PSA&G was with responding because of the overwhelming experience. Well, just another sign of the professionalism of the DPW and John. They plowed up until the point of the police line and then plowed back, so that when the road finally would be opened, they wouldn't be plowing the whole road. They'd only be plowing the part that was cordoned off. Phenomenal job under very difficult circumstances. Very proud of them. I'm sure, Mayor, you're going to speak about veto, so I'm going to leave that to you.
No, I don't have anything other than, I'll be here to talk to you, yeah. I will,
I was just going to remind everybody that the Stigma-Free group is having a program on childhood anxiety on March 28th at 7 p.m. at the library, if you can still go. And I know you were going to speak about the veto, but I would just like to thank you, Mayor, and the borough employees and volunteers who really showed such respect to Vito and his family this weekend, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the police honor guard. I know the fire department was out there also, but the police department honor guard was there at his wake.
6 hours.
For 6 hours taking turns. And that's quite an endeavor to, if you've ever tried to stand still, completely still for any given period of time. They did a fantastic job, so I just wanted to thank them.
They went to the cemetery too, which was in Fort Lee, so.
yeah, again, the response to the snowstorm was fantastic. I stepped down on Firehouse 2. I spent some time at Firehouse 1. Came and helped Alex a little bit during the storm. Characteristically working. But again, typical DPW, curb to curb pavement, no ice the next morning. No other town could say it again. Phenomenal job. John is always great. I know he keeps you keeps giving you status updates. He keeps me very well updated. Also, as the, I gotta give a lot of credit also to, OEM coordinator Ron Strace and assistant, Stu Heisinger. They're on top of all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and coordinating with PSE&G and letting me know, and everybody else know where the outages are, making sure that if there's anything that's coming up, we have it covered. They're the ones who, will send out the nixles when we need them, or, yes. So, special thanks to, Ron Strace and Stu Heisinger. They do a really, really good job behind the scenes, and nobody really sees them, but their efforts are very important and they're very appreciated. I'm not sure I want to speak about either of this. I told Francesca and Amy we will have them here eventually. And I'll let my words from Saturday speak for themselves for now.
You did a wonderful job.
So, yeah.
You did a phenomenal job.
No other comments, a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
All in favor? We're adjourned.